So I got a new thing I gotta remember now. I gotta remember to mute my TV before I record. Because now the Discord is pretty hopping. I was in there fucking around with somebody, and I was going back and forth with them, and then a bunch of other people started in, and then I was like, well, I just fucking get late, I gotta eat and shit, and I wanna record. So I jumped out, and they're still fucking going like crazy. So, hey, things are hopping in the Discord if you want to check it out. Beyond that, I've come to kind of a new realization. And I don't even really know. I mean, God, how do I even phrase this? I think the goal was win at all costs, and if you can't win, burn it all down. And I think that they just thought if we kind of put that out there, we'll just win, and then we won't have to burn it all down. Now that they're not winning, I think the win at all costs thing is still going on. And it's totally fucking everybody's view of the election process. So now we're exacerbating the anger and frustration that has been building for 4 years now. Except now, instead of the left thinking that the entire world is going to end and going fucking crazy, now the right is thinking that the entire world is going to end and is going fucking crazy. For 4 years, the left has been painted as what they are: Marxists, socialists, communists. And the right has been painted as what they aren't: Nazis, racists, evil. Right? But the people on the left are firmly in the belief that socialism, communism are like the best fucking thing in the world. And they are also convinced that everybody on the right is Nazis and evil. This is the reality that they live in. And everybody on the right knows that racism is almost all but dead because it's bad business. And we just think that the socialism and communism are exactly what they fucking are. Like, what their logical progression leads to is what their logical progression has led to everywhere it's been applied. So, again, one side is in actuality and the other side is in their reality. That's where we get my truth from. Remember? Everybody remember, this is my truth. It's where we get that shit. So, as far as where the state of things in the election, on hold. The states where Donald Trump was winning, it's gotten down to a couple of really key states, so now they're pretty much pausing for everything. They're just dragging their fucking feet because we would have to wait for all the mail to come in, and that could take weeks. Right? So, we're dragging our feet waiting for the mail. We'll tell you tomorrow, maybe. And then, what does that do? That looks fishy, right? On election night, between the hours of 7 or 8 o'clock this time and 8 o'clock this time, right? Whatever the fuck 4 hour, 5 hour span there is between that, right? And then you tack on a couple more hours onto that, right? And around about 10, 11 o'clock my time, like 46 states had been decided. And then all of a sudden everything just kind of stopped. Because Donald Trump was projected to win by like 30 electoral votes. He was going to win with like 300 or something. And then everything stops. Right? And then everything stops just kind of for hours. And then all of a sudden, there's a huge surge of Biden votes. And now Biden's set to win by exactly what he needs to win by. Now look, here are some possibilities. Everybody's following the rules. This is what the fucking rules are. Yes, it's really that stupid and looks that fucking shady. Or it was looking like a fucking Trump victory by 30 some electoral votes. People in key states said, we gotta stop this shit, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. What they figured out they were gonna do was surge a whole bunch of fucking votes and then delay again and see what happens. Until we're kind of forced to continue to work, right? Now, that looks fucking shady. That's some bullshit. Is that possibility even a coordinated thing by the Democrats? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's a whole bunch of people who are acting on their own volition in the same fucking direction. Or maybe it's totally bullshit and it's not happening. And what is happening is, yes, the rules really are this fucking stupid now. And this is what's just going on. Who knows? But does it matter? Does it matter what's actually happening? Because we have people that live in two different realities. Right? And right now, people on the right, their reality is this election is being stolen. Because, man, if there really isn't an argument for that, right? Goes on, all sorts of counting, all these states get tallied up. Oh my God, he's going to win again. Hands down, he's going to win again. We have 30 some fucking electoral votes. We can't let this happen, right? I go back to Peter Strzok. We can stop him, right? And all these people independently go, we can stop this. And then they devise a plan. And then other states kind of are doing the same thing, and they're like, we'll see what happens, you know? I mean, hey, does it matter which is real? Because for 4 years, it hasn't mattered that Donald Trump isn't really totally racist. Doesn't matter. For 4 years, it hasn't mattered that Donald Trump has had record low unemployment for all minority classes. And even women, which is a majority class. Right? So, if he's a racist, he's the worst fucking racist in the world. Because he also moved our embassy to fucking Jerusalem and then started to broker peace deals in the Middle East. I mean, you'd think that if he was a truly racist person, he would love the idea of all those brown people killing each other, right? But it seems to me that he's kind of anti-war. He wants to bring our boys home. Boys and girls. He wants peace in our time. And he's working towards it. We got 4 deals towards that direction. Hey, I don't fucking know, man. I mean, one can say that you go by what people say, I go by what people do. But I don't live in the reality of the left. They only go by what people say because they ignore everything that people do. So, I don't know. But I feel reality fracturing again. But this time, the fracture is going to be all of the people on the left who absolutely think that Joe Biden has won this legitimately and there's no problem at all with this election. Why don't we inaugurate him tomorrow? And then there's going to be the people on the right who are literally convincing themselves as we speak that this whole fucking thing is being stolen. And as of right now, we haven't a fucking clue in the world which way it is. All we know is that things look really fucking shady when you say it out loud as to the timeline. Why are some states being called at 55% while Florida waited until it was literally at 100% before they called it? You know what I mean? Things like that. And everybody's very interested in this election. We had record turnout, which means people that don't give a fuck about politics still watch the news Tuesday night. I betcha. This looks bad for everybody. This looks bad on everybody. No matter how you swing it, we've fractured reality again. We have yet another deeper divide. I don't like when we fracture reality. It fucks us up. So now here we sit with people on the right growing more and more desperate, more and more afraid, more and more willing to go out and riot and march and all that stuff, go to the polling places and yell and scream. Get it? The people on the right are starting to act like the people on the left. Where do you think this goes? Because the people on the left, they're not done acting like themselves. Believe me, dude, they're more than happy to pick fights. The shithead that I've been telling you guys about for a couple of years, my ex-friend, right? He's texting me now, bragging. Huge blars of text, bragging about, Donald Trump, fuck him. And I'm like, dude, you're disgusting. Fuck off. Like, why are you texting me? Didn't I make it clear enough that I don't want to talk to you? Like, but no. Because I'm somebody that he can poke at. He feels he's getting equity now. Because I fucked with him for so much, for so many years. Because I just simply read the fucking news and gave my take on it. That now he's got to fuck with me about this shit. That brings us to equal. I want him out of my life completely. I think he's a scum-suck piece of shit. Apparently I don't get what I want. He absolutely gets what he wants because unfortunately he still has my number. I might have to think about changing that shit. Nevertheless, here we are. Right? Now we've got people on the left who have created fractures in relationships that are now actively poking the other side, who's getting more and more scared. See where this is going? Do you get it? You get why the left is actually evil? They don't think before they do shit. And you think I'm the only one with an asshole texting him tonight? You think that's an isolated incident? You think there's not a whole bunch of other leftists out there thinking the same thing as that fuckface is? Oh, I'm gonna fucking talk to that person that I told should die slow and painfully years ago, and that they told me I never want to speak to you again. I'm gonna text him tonight. Really dig it in. Like, I'm such a bigger person than he is, and the fact that I just try to cut him out of my life and he's still texting me just proves the fact that I am a massively bigger person. Like, I'm light years bigger. For those of you who don't know, light years is a distance or a measurement of distance. I am light years bigger of a person than this fuckface. Seriously. So, but here we are. The left continues to poke. It's inevitable. This is another thing. This is a thing I've been telling you guys for longer than I've been predicting Trump's win. I've been predicting Trump's win because I really, really wanted it to happen. Because I didn't want to become here. This is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. But here we are. So what do you think happens if Trump wins? You think things calm down and go peacefully? Because there's going to be a fuck ton of really, really frightened leftists out there. Because they're going to be staring down the barrel of 4 more years of evil racism. Right? Or do you think that if Joe Biden wins, it's going to go quiet and peaceful? Right? Because all the people on the right, we're the ones that don't riot, right? We're the ones that don't go out and march and do that dumb shit. Because we do things at the voting box, right? Except, of course, the election now is highly in question. So what do we have to fall back on? Well, shit. Works when they do it. Let's go throw some Molotovs. How many people do you think in this country are thinking that right now? This is what I wanted to avoid, but apparently it is just simply inevitable. We are human beings and we are flawed in this way. So, we'll have a little fun little war. A lot of people will die. Maybe we'll come out the other side better for it. Of course, maybe we'll come out the other side of it Chinese.